This is a Saturday morning TV log from Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. Welcome to another Saturday morning TV log, and this time around it's the new adventures of Mighty Mouse and Heckle and Jeckle, brought to us by Filmation and Viacom. Greetings, my fellow YouTubers. I'm Doyle, the Big D to you. This is Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So this week's Saturday morning TV log is probably one of, if not one of the most underrated tunes that I actually like. The New Adventures of Mighty Mouse and Heckle and Jeckle. The show originally started out as a 1-hour series, premiering on CBS in September of 1979. Now, of course, this brought the mightiest mouse in the universe back after a 12-year absence after his original series from Terry Toons, The Mighty Mouse Playhouse, came to an end in '67. Along with the talking magpies, Heckle and Jeckle. Brought to us by Lou Scheimer and the folks at Filmation, this show is just wow. Anyway, now each hour of the show consisted of 2 Mighty Mouse tunes, 2 Heckle and Jeckle tunes, plus one which I did not mention in the title card because he's not actually mentioned because I showed you the syndicated titles. Quacula. And one episode of the 16-part sci-fi serial The Great Space Chase, which happens to be celebrating its 40th anniversary today because it came out on this day, December 10th, 1982. Yeah, it was released 3 years later as it was re-edited into an 80-minute movie. Now, which I was thinking of reviewing it, but that's on hold for now, so I'll give it to you another day. Anyway, also in the series, there's also educational nature segments featuring Mighty Mouse and homonym segments with Heckle and Jeckle. Now, you can find about all the clips together in 2 separate videos here on YouTube if you'd like to check them out. Since I'm getting ahead of myself, you can find some episodes of the Mighty Mouse tune, possibly the Heckle and Jeckle tune, and someone does have a big video for almost all the Quacula tunes. But anyway, yeah, the homonym segment and environmental bulletins from Mighty Mouse were to add a little educational karma, since Filmation was certainly no stranger to giving us educational bits after they had recently been included in some of their other programs like Shazam, The Secrets of Isis, and let's see, Arc 2 and Space Academy. But they did have educational moments in shows like The New Adventures of Batman, well, their animated series, and The U.S. of Archie as well. And, of course, Fat Albert, who, of course, returned the same year in the new Fat Albert show. Anyway, there were a total of 16 episodes produced and aired, each containing 6 cartoons for a total of 96. But if you count the educational segments, it'd be 128 overall. Now, first off, we have the superheroic moments of Mighty Mouse, the mightiest mouse in the universe. Each week, he's always prepared to hear the cries and dangers of Pearl Pureheart, who is oh so lovely, as she says in the intro to the syndicated series. Once she's being captured by that fiendish feline, Oil Can Harry. But once on his home base, Mighty Mouse hears the cry and he sings his famous little song with "Here I Come to Save the Day." But sometimes he'll change them. He'll sing a different set of lines and what have you. You'll find out why we watched it, okay? Yeah. He also has a fat cat that can run extremely fast. Oh, can't hear it does. His bumbling assistant, Swifty, was added. Boy, I gotta tell you, these segments are absolutely really fun and what have you. I had a lot of fun watching those. As well, after this series had come to an end, it was edited down to 30 minutes in 1980 and continued in reruns for the next year. And then after that, the shows went their separate ways, and then they went into two separate shows, just the New Adventures of Mighty Mouse and New Adventures of Heckle and Jeckle and Quacula. Now, as for Heckle and Jeckle, they provide us with their comedy and slapstick bits. They're silly and funny and always in trouble, as their little intro goes. They also have a little bit of a private eye agency too, and I think that's really something as well. Let's see, but even so, it does have lots of fun, what have you. Now, as for the Great Space Chase segments, well, we see Mighty Mouse Cinnamon Pearl, who is, well, on a big mission in space, that's being chased after Harry the Heartless, who I think is considered named after Ming the Merciless from Flash Gordon, which actually premiered the same year and was also done by Filmation. And fun fact, both characters were voiced by the same person. I'll get to that in a little bit. Quacula is this here crazy vampire duck. What have you? Don't get him confused with Count Duckula, though. Because he's always out to scare the bear that's sleeping in his house, Theodore. And I must warn you, Quacula adds some outrageously funny dark comedy to his segments, and yeah, it's funny. Yeah, let me see. Give me a second. I'll show you what Quacula looks like if you've never seen him. I'm sure you've seen Mighty Mouse and Heckle and Jeckle, though. That's what Quacula looks like, yeah. Now, let's see, where was I? Oh, yes. Anyway, the show was absolutely fine. I may not have seen its actual format, but I actually got to see the syndicated versions of the two shows separately, but no Quacula, though. The Heckle and Jeckle and Mighty Mouse tunes would later get shown on the WGN network and possibly also in syndication. In 1999, both shows were back with Heckle and Jeckle and Mighty Mouse as well, but still separately. But the Heckle and Jeckle show was restored with the Quacula segments on TV Land's short-lived Super Retrovision Saturdays, and I've seen all the episodes on there. The show unfortunately has yet to be released on physical media, though. Well, and I say it's very unlikely. But again, there is a way you can see them. You can find them on YouTube. Just good luck with finding the Heckle and Jeckle tunes and what have you. You can find the Mighty Mouse tunes. You can find the Quacula tunes as well. Oh yeah, you can also find the full movie of the Great Space Chase as well. So anyway, I really do love this. So, anywho, yep. These shows are absolutely so funny and what have you. I really do enjoy these for what they had to offer and provide all sorts of fun and craziness. Plus some real action, what have you. Give me a second. Here's a little shot of Mighty Mouse, and there's Pearl. You see Harry back there too. You can see this little still shot in the closing credits of the Mighty Mouse tune. And here's a little bit of a shot of Heckle and Jeckle with their private eye headquarters. Yeah, I really thought those two were really funny. There we go. So now you've seen what our characters look like. Again, you can find the episodes and what have you here on YouTube. Now let's see. Again, I consider that these shows are, even in separate form, are easily one of the most underrated tunes in my opinion. You don't have to take my word for it. I'm sure most of y'all would well prefer the original Mighty Mouse tunes from Terry Tunes, which that's fine and what have you, or Mighty Mouse and New Adventures, which was created by Ralph and produced by Ralph Bakshi, who of course created the last Terry Tunes program, The Mighty Heroes, as well as direct films like Fritz the Cat and let's see, Heavy Traffic, Wizards, Cool World. Yeah. But I'll save that for another time too. Now as for our voice acting cast includes, let's see. We do hit well both the executive producers and founders of Filmation, Lou Scheimer and Norm Prescott, are involved. Scheimer's usually the narrator for the Mighty Mouse segments. It was, almost sounds like it, but I could be wrong. Norm Prescott voices Theodore Bear in the Quacula segment, whom that character is voiced by voice god Frank Welker. He also voiced Heckle and Jeckle as well. And I voiced as Heckle in a silly way, and well, I did my impression at the beginning of Jekyll because he kind of talks in a little British way. I say, old fellow. Yeah. Next up, voicing Mighty Mouse is Alan Oppenheimer. He also voices Oil Can Harry and Swifty. Okay, now I made an error. Scheimer didn't do the narrator. It was Oppenheimer's. My mistake. Anyway, now about Oil Can Harry, Oppenheimer voices that character in the same style he would do Ming the Merciless and also Skeletor in He-Man. And finally, voicing Pearl Pureheart is Diane Pershing, whom the same year was also involved in the Flash scoring cartoon. She voiced Dale Arden. She'd also gone to lend her voice to She-Ra, Princess of Power's second season, and also voiced Poison Ivy in Batman the Animated Series. Anyway, so now you know about the new adventures of Mighty Mouse and Heckle and Jeckle. Just absolutely really funny. I do love these tunes. I don't care what anybody says. They're just a lot of fun. So what are your thoughts on the new adventures of Mighty Mouse and Heckle and Jeckle from Filmation? Let me know in the comments section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. And stay tuned for my review of How to Train Your Dragon 2 coming up later on tonight. So, if you like this video, consider checking out some of these other tunes that I have recently done. In the upper left-hand corner is my Saturday Morning TVLog on the Flash Goring cartoon from Filmation, which came out the same year. In the upper right-hand corner is the Saturday Morning TVLog I did on Yogi Space Race. Hanna-Barbera produced that the previous year. Or, if you want something different with comedy in mind, go to the bottom left-hand corner and see last week's Saturday Morning TVLog on the Charlotte Brown and Snoopy Show. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., as well as the Saturday Morning TVLog, then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching, and next week's Saturday Morning TVLog is the Punky Brewster animated series. So until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.